And we're live. Okay. Um good start. Hello world. It's been a second. It's great to be back. This is day 170 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Last time, what did I do last time? I think I finished like some additional functionality. I think that's what I did. Oh, it's good skill. It's good to see you. It's been a second. Yeah. So I don't actually know what I want to do today, and I also need to like relearn how to stream. So, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting day. I'll probably keep this a little bit short. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I was thinking about is like just going through everything again, and like maybe cleaning up some of the code here and there. There was one very specific thing I was thinking about. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, it was like LLVM's fast dynamic cast. I want to try and implement that. I think it might be interesting. It might make things run a little bit faster. Probably not enough to be noticeable on like the size of programs. But yeah, I think it'd be an interesting exercise. So I might give that a shot. Glad you're back, man. Thank you. Glad to see you here as well. Yeah. Also, y'all can like ask me anything about like all the stuff that's like happened in the past month. I probably won't answer all of it, but I will. I'm down to like address some of it at least. What was I looking for again? LLVM fast dynamic cast. Or it was called Dynecast. Something here. Dynecast. Here we are. So, if you look through like any sort of LLVM pass, there's a lot of like, you see like ISA, there's like this cast thing, and there's like Dynecast. The idea is that they're like template-based casts that are, they kind of like replicate a lot of like C++ dynamic cast functionality, but it turns out dynamic cast is really slow. So, yeah, the idea is that like we could use this like Dynecast to be more efficient with it at least. Yeah, I don't really know what to really, I guess, mention about what happened. Just like, bottom line, just like a lot of stuff blew up in my life at once. So I had to like, there was a little bit of fixing here and there. A lot of just like figuring out like personal stuff, because I've like focused a lot on, I guess, like very aggressively focused on like school and like career stuff over the past couple months, and that has had like a lot of just general negative effects on pretty much every aspect of my life outside of that. So that's at least like mostly rebalanced. I'm trying to at least like focus on doing things in a more, I guess, like balanced way, or just like making sure I'm not like sacrificing too much of like one sphere of my life in pursuit of whatever I'm like hyper fixated on in the moment. So that's like kind of just like the big thing. I don't particularly feel like divulging more of like what specifically caused all this, but I think that's like a pretty good summary at least. Okay. So, what is happening here? I guess how is this implemented is the big question. I think this stuff would be fun to all implement, but I think I mostly just care about like Dynecast. Because dynamic cast is just slow. Should not use big chain blocks. Yeah. Inst visitor. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this could be something I work on. I guess I could look up LLVM Dynecast implementation. Something something. Oh, there's some crazy enum stuff happening. Wow, this is actually quite messy. There's a lot of like plumbing at least. Wow. Oh. Yeah, okay. Maybe I actually don't want to implement this all of a sudden. Had a shaky semester to say the least. Things have been intense, but we keep pushing. That's kind of how it'd be. I imagine your semester's like wrapping up somewhat soon, right? Like, I know Yumish is out in like a couple of weeks actually, which is terrifying. My spring quarter starts tomorrow, so muted for cough. God damn it. But yeah, I guess like it's good to hear that like at least you're pushing through it all. Early May, damn. Okay, let's not do this Dinecast thing actually. This seems like a lot of work. I guess I could like look through the front end again real quick. I think there's like some stuff I wanted to clean up somewhere. Oh my god, I haven't started C++ code in a while. Oh boy, this is messy. What the hell? What was I doing? This all looks so foreign to me now. Holy. Okay, that all makes sense. I think I use a global, which is like kind of ugly though, so I kind of want to rewrite some of that. I could probably add for loops. That actually, yeah, that might be interesting. Yeah, I might do that. What's good, Lane? What was I doing? Every programmer's thought when they take a break after all? Yeah, deadass. Like, I feel like I kind of just like... I like... initially started with like a very clear idea of what everything wanted... Or a clear idea of what I wanted everything to be, and then like... It turns out as I implemented more stuff, it's like an LLM just like training on its own slop. Like my code just has progressively gotten messier and messier. Like this stuff is all like very nicely organized. There's like nice little comments here and there, and then like you compare this to like whatever the hell was happening in backend, which let's look at like, I don't know, tree merging. It's like, what have we done? What have we done with this cleanliness? Oh my god. I should probably rewrite a lot of that. But that seems scary. Maybe I should do coalescing. That might be smart. Or maybe like benchmarking actually. That could be interesting. But there's not really any interesting benchmarks I can write right now. So I guess I would probably want to implement more features, but eh. What do I want to do? What actually do I want to do? I guess like the way we like construct a lot of these things is like really awkward, right? Or a lot of these like instructions. Yeah, so maybe like a couple more like constructors for this might be nice. Yeah. Or like specifically with like, what was it called? Or not this stuff, not in MR, in the backend LAR. I think there was like some really awkward stuff happening somewhere. Oh god. I forgot about this file. Oh god. Yeah, this one's a little ugly. Classes are tough. The classes I thought would be hardest have been the easiest and vice versa. I guess that happens sometimes. Like, OS is like, or like the hard classes I always find like kind of enjoyable. Whereas like the easy classes just end up feeling like busy work. Computer architecture was going to take me out and then I got 100. Prob/stats is killing me. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like it's, a part of it's also just like your skill set, right? Or like stuff that like you feel more comfortable working with. Dear Lord, this is ugly. Okay, instruction. I believe there's something in here. Yeah, we could clean up this constructor thing. I think we could probably just do like a single size one to like not have to worry about like extend as well. Extend. Okay, it looks like this is the only place we worry about extend for some reason. What do I mean some reason? This is literally the only. Okay, all good. Yeah, let's make a new constructor here. So let's just do like one data size. And then we can do source destination like that. Because I know there were a lot of places where I would do something like this at least. So we can paste this here. Let's go, Niraj. Good to see you. It's been a second. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's make this size. So extend should be lar extend none. Source size should be size. Dest size should be size. Yeah, just like a very simple constructor, nothing too complex. What are you working on? The big thing is just like figuring out what I want to do, because when I took a pause as like, yeah, when I had like a bit of a pause, I didn't really know what I wanted to work on, so, yeah, I'm kind of just trying to figure out like what part of this I want to do. I'm probably gonna like just get more middle end passes in, or like do a little bit more back end work. It's very unlikely that I extend the front end a lot, just because like I don't really want to do a lot of front end stuff, but it will happen eventually. Eventually I'm gonna want to add like arrays and tensors, and that's going to be a headache of its own, but I'll worry about that when I get there. Yeah, I guess another thing I could work on is I should be writing all this down. Yeah, so more middle end passes. It could be something we want backend additional work. So this includes like coalescing, people optimization, more tiles. It's all just like very miscellaneous work. There's not really any like big push that is particularly interesting to me right now. The biggest challenge is just like relearning how to stream, because I don't know, a lot of like, just like a peek into my personal life, a lot of the stuff I've been like thinking about is like how to be a better listener as a person, because I yap a lot, and a lot of the stuff I say, at least in a lot of my like personal relationships, it's just kind of like slop, to be honest. Like, there's very little meaningful stuff that I contribute to a conversation, so I've been trying to get better at listening. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of listening that happens when I'm streaming and talking to an audience, so I need to relearn how to be a talker. So I guess that's kind of like that's kind of where life is going. Yeah, I think that's like the pile of just like backend work maybe. I don't really think there's a lot else there. We could like add more front end features. So like for loops, types, we're probably not going to do types. It just makes such a parsing mess, at least the way that I want to implement them. There was another, arrays. I think we had like a big list somewhere. Yeah, or wait. Where did it go? Did I move it to Notion? I hope I didn't move it to Notion. It might be on Notion. Let me check. Oh, okay. 1 second. I hope I'm not leaking all of my Notion stuff. That would be very bad for me. Stream ideas. For loops, do while. Postfix increment decrement could be interesting. Preprocessor. That was the other thing. Okay. Back to this. Maybe I should add the preprocessor. I think that could be fun. Could ask people to share their experiences. I mean, in some sense, like, yes, but also it's like I don't know, I guess like the dynamic of a streamer is like very interesting because like, I don't know, as much as I want to like have more of a personal connection with y'all, like it is just something that is very difficult to sustain and like very infeasible just because of like, just like the general like dynamic / like expectations as a streamer, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't really know how else to like describe it. I try to do my best. That's why I have like the Discord and like I like yap on, or I like connect with people on LinkedIn, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's something that needs to be like kind of mindful of at least. So I don't particularly think it's very healthy for people to like connect with me on a very like, or I guess like try to connect with me very personally like on stream, at least, if that makes sense. Because there is like a degree of like reciprocity that I just don't think is very, I guess like there's a degree of reciprocity that I think is difficult to meet as a streamer. What's good, SM? Good to see you. Appreciate the support. Do you think it's professional enough to do list in your GitHub repo? I think it's fine. Like your GitHub is whatever you want it to be, so I don't particularly think it matters that much. Like you can have them, you can also choose to not. If I ever yap too much, let me know. No worries. Like, I think like part of streaming is like knowing, I guess, where to draw the line. Everyone draws it like differently. Like you're free to like talk about your life. It's just like, if like there's, I guess like a floor to, or I guess like a ceiling to the amount of depth, like I would be comfortable talking about. And like you're like nowhere near that line, to be completely clear. Like it's like trauma dumping is like pretty far across the line. Not chatting is like very far on the other end of the other side of the line. The line's probably somewhere in the middle. Like if something is like over, I will probably just not respond to it. Like it's no big deal. What else was I gonna add here? So we have the front end, we have the back end, we have the middle end. I guess that is kind of just the whole pile. Oh, there's also like CLI cleanup, maybe? I don't really remember what I was doing with that. There might be something there. Since then people know what the maintainer really wants. I guess maybe, yeah. If you're like, honestly, I think if you're working on a small project, I think it's not very realistic to expect a lot of like, not really realistic to expect like anyone will really be doing a lot of work on it. But I guess it like never hurts to have, at least. You could use like the issues board, both for yourself and to like help manage the project. Okay, I think this is the constructor, at least. Get status. Where am I? Let's go back to main. Oh, get stash. Switch main. Yeah. Get pull. Oh god. What did I do? Oh. Let's make a new branch. We could do like odd or misc or back to stream misc. Okay. Stash pop. There we go. So all of this is new constructor for move because sizes or extend got annoying. Get push. There we go. Gonna do Mega Bunk style roguelike, multiple dimensions, different enemies. I mean, maybe I'm just misunderstanding, but that just sounds like Mega Bunk. I think it'd be fun at least. Like, I don't know, like it's kind of like your project at the end of the day. I don't really think I should provide an opinion on that. Like, it is just like what you want to do out of it, right? Like, it's like artistic expression. Like, you're telling me like how, like, your idea for what a painting should look like, and my response is that's for you to decide, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's use this in other places. Let's look for instruction move. Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff. Okay. Let's... Or actually... Data size... None. Or extend. Yeah, so let's go here. Let's start with this. Yeah, so we can get rid of one of these or we can get rid of this, I believe. So we can get rid of this. We could probably just put double word in. Oh no, we need to use it there. Yeah, so we could get rid of that. We could get rid of that. And this just like cleans up a lot of stuff around everything. Extend, none. Let's keep doing this. Yeah, this is just like a very much a sanity sort of change. How does it sound as a gamer playing the game? I mean, it sounds fine, like... Yeah, I mean, I might not be like your intended audience, so I can't really... I don't know, like there's so many things that go into it. I hate to give a non-answer, but I truly don't think I could really say a lot about it. Okay, let's keep going. More erasure. Yep, we're still doing this. Hey, we're saving lines, so this is probably good. Getting pinged somewhere. Oh, there's some very silly stuff happening. Okay. Started learning Go while you're gone. Ooh, how are you liking it? I guess I haven't really like looked at Go, so I think I'm kind of curious what your opinion on it is. Yeah, this is definitely a very nice change. I have like So much less slop. Yeah, this feels less awful to, a lot less awful to write, at least. Yeah, like, we have so much, like, extended non-slop. Like, ugh, it's actually just bloat. I hate it. I hated it so much. Format. Okay. Let's go back to this. I probably could like make a macro for this, but whatever. Let's keep doing that. Also, oh yeah, the other funny thing is I haven't been writing a lot of code because like all I've been doing since then is like research stuff and like, oh yeah, that's like another side tangent. I got myself like, I think I'm like second author on a paper. I'm not completely sure. We'll figure out what's happening there. But all the work I've been doing is just like writing scripts to like run a bunch of benchmarks. And all of that has been Claude because I don't want to write shell scripts with my free time. That's not a great way to spend my time. So yeah, that's kind of been life, I guess. I really like it. Project I'm doing small, so not going too in depth with it, but enjoyed it thoroughly. That sounds reasonable. I remember like, does Go still have the thing like with like not having generics? Oh no, it does. Nice. How recently was this? Okay, well. That was not a pleasant sound. Started relearning Rust last week? Ooh. Good stuff. We all love Rust here. Syntax looks learny. Heard good things about it. Yeah, I think like, it reminds me like, Go syntax just feels like kind of awkward to me or like unfamiliar, but I imagine there's like a very sane reason for it at least. What am I doing? That we need to keep. That's fine. Oh, nice. Okay, we replaced all of it, I think. So let's make build. Do you prefer writing notes on paper or digitally? I've been a big fan of digital just because, or historically I've really enjoyed typing notes because I can't really read my handwriting, and that obviously causes a lot of problems. But I think like, I've come to understand the appeal of handwriting notes more, at least like somewhat recently. I think a good middle ground is like an iPad, like handwriting notes digitally. It's also nice just being able to like scribble diagrams at least. Let's make test. That's slow. But yeah, I think there is benefits to handwriting. It probably is better for my comprehension personally. So I think it's very valuable to do. Also got pulled back into Valorant. That's so real. I've kind of played more Valorant across like 2 weeks than I have in an eternity. The game definitely felt fresh again, and then they nerfed Yoru, and I was not very happy. What's good, Kyle? It's good to see you back streaming. Thank you. It inspired me to build my own interpreter compiler. It's going to be an object-oriented language. Do you mean like the language you're writing the interpreter / compiler for, or like the language that you're working in? Because I think working with objects is like, it's not that bad. It just adds like a layer of complexity. Like a lot of like, I think the way objects are canonically handled is like or I guess like the way interpreters are canonically described in the literature is like in a very functional style, which doesn't really work well with objects. Generally, it's like it's a lot less miserable to like just make objects stateful and avoid the whole functional mess with it altogether. But then you need to like add another layer of like indirection. That trade-off is for you to decide. I personally think that I guess I'm personally a fan of at least just avoiding the whole functional approach for it. But I think like interpreter or compiler is gonna be an OOP thing. I see. That's actually kind of difficult because to my understanding, I think most of the languages that like support that sort of paradigm have very poor pattern matching, which I think is going to make writing an interpreter / compiler very annoying. Like if you look at what I've been doing here in all my stuff, we have like I have like this instruction class, and like there's all these like subclasses. There's like it's all like a slot pile. There's like a billion classes, and then I need to like do things to these. So then I have like visitors. So like at the bottom here, there's like an instruction visitor. There's stuff that like does stuff with that. So like under passes, I think under coloring, there's a visitor. Yeah, there's a visitor that like does some like dynamic dispatch stuff. It's just a complete slot pile. I would suggest looking into the visitor pattern. I think that is the cleanest way to go about this. I think it is. I think it would be a lot less miserable if you chose like a language with better pattern matching, like OCaml or like even Python. Actually, to be honest, its pattern matching is surprisingly not bad. But OCaml is like particularly great from my experience. Rust, I think yeah. Rust I could see an argument for. I think. I don't know. It's hard to justify though. I think like the borrow checker might cause some issues with like with certain reuse if you wanted to like extend it. But if you're just making like a basic like state machine, or I guess like a CESK machine, I think it'd probably be fine. But if you want to do like any sort of like checking or like tooling, I think it'd be very difficult. I missed a lot of stuff in chat. Sorry. Let me scroll up a little. Any resources for starting out? Let's see if the bot works. Nightbot, please. Nightbot. Okay. Nightbot worked. Let's go. Perfect. Yeah. Those are my recommendations for getting started. What's the North pointer? It's been a second. I also have not streamed for a while, so I guess that also contributes a little to that. I started working through writing a C compiler. Nice. Let me know how it goes. It's gonna be tough because my first low-level project, doing on my own and not just following books. I see. Yeah, I think it'll be. It's definitely not gonna be easy, but I think you'll be able to pull through. A lot of it is just like getting familiar with I guess like getting familiar with like some of the literature. Like I think it's still fine to follow books for like reference, but at least like do a lot of the decision making by yourself. Let's get 64-bit Sam. How long have you been learning about / building compilers? I became interested in compilers, I think, how long ago now? It was like, I think 2 years ago now. I took a class my sophomore winter, and it was so fun that I ended up doing research, and now my master's is compilers related. I still have a lot to learn, but I've been enjoying it for. I'd like to think I've been enjoying it for the last 2 years at least. Commit. Here we use new constructor. Okay. So that's one miscellaneous thing that I wanted to do done. This is not ideal because now I'm already once again out of miscellaneous things I want to do. I think there was something with coloring that I was curious about. Or no, it was liveness. The way I do this was really awkward, I think. Yeah, because I do like this sort of thing, which is like kind of awful. I should probably make it an object. Because like this array sort of thing is just really awkward. Yeah, I should probably make a liveness class. That might be smart. We can give it a try. We have Git, like it's fine. Okay, let's comment that out. Class liveness. So let's do private fields, public fields. A semicolon. There we go. So we want register set. I guess this is gonna be really boring. It's just like a struct, I guess. I probably should just make it a struct. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I guess we just compute it once, so that's probably fine. We'll just do like gen, kill. What order did we encode this in? That's the other problem with this whole array of size 4. I don't know how I encoded things, so yeah. So we have that's what we did. This is this is awful. So gen, kill, in, out. So we want register set. Get gen, I think. We want to do that. In, out. There we go. I think that's kind of all we need here. I guess the constructor is like particularly boring. Actually, no. It's just a good old boilerplate constructor. There's nothing interesting there. Liveness takes like register set. Gen. Why don't we just do link in that. Let's do that, I guess. Oh my god, I can't do Vim anymore. I've become a chod. Okay. This is fine. Let's get rid of that. We don't need array anymore as well, which is neat. Yeah, this is kind of boilerplatey, but it is what it is. We just need to re-implement this now. Oh boy. So let's yoink all of that. We can just put it here, I think. Like that. We can do that. There we go. So now we need to do stuff with this. So we want gen is gen, kill is kill, in is in, out is out. What a wonderful boilerplate constructor. And we're gonna do more of this here. Let's make a macro to make this easier. So let's record macro 0. Let's go to end. Go back here. Yank the word. So we want this, return, and then we paste. Go back, make that lowercase, add semicolon, and then we add closing brace, and then go down to line 0. And we stop macro. So now we run this 3 times. Nice. Okay, maybe I still do remember how to do Vim stuff. I love doing these macros. They're always fun. Okay. So that's that constructor. Now we need to fix a bunch of stuff now. Why are we using unordered set of register instead of register set here? Yeah, what was I doing here? Yeah, let's register set. Right? Am I insane about this? Yeah, we should change that. Just to make things cleaner. Not that it changes a lot, but okay. It's gonna make my interpreter / compiler in Go, but I should use Python, or does it really matter? It's probably fine. It's just like I guess like comfort is the biggest thing. Like no, it doesn't matter how good a language is for the task if like you don't know what features it has / you're not really comfortable with it. If you wanted to learn a language, I would probably point you to OCaml, to be honest. Its pattern matching is really good. Its type system is really strong. I think it just like generally makes the experience a little bit less awful if you're like somewhat comfortable with it or if you're up for the challenge. But Go is like probably fine, to be honest. Like, yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't matter as much as I'm making it out to, but you'll probably be fine with Go, to be honest. Let's change that register set. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so now we need to fix a couple things. Okay. Yeah, of course. Let me know if you have any other questions. I imagine Lane would also be happy to answer anything. What am I doing here? What's I gonna change? Oh, right. These visitors are fine. Those don't particularly need to change, I think. The successor visitor is just awful, but I mean, I guess we can't really do a lot about it. I think there is a way to just de-boilerplate this, but it's not coming to mind, at least off the rip, or off the top of my head. Okay, so we have our visitors here, we have our instructions, we make the sets. Okay, we still do that. So gen kill in and out. So now we want liveness, gen kill in out. Like that, I think, right? I added too many S's. Wait, what? Am I going insane? What? I don't know what I'm doing again. What does this take? What? Okay, gen is oh, it's a vector of. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. It's about that. Oh, we need to. Oh. Yeah, let's make a new macro stood vector that. There we go. So that's fixed. That's good. I just need to yoink this again. Oh, this is ugly. Oh, and then we need to change that. Oh. Okay, let's make a macro vector of... There's probably a faster way to do this, I just don't know it. There we go, let's do that. Oh, we can do it here as well, that's nice. What's wrong here? What? What is wrong here? This should be fine. Oh, I see. There we go. All fixed, all better. Okay, so that should be good. Okay, we can skip all of that slush. We could probably turn liveness with that. There we go. So now we can do stuff here. Yeah, what was I doing here? This was... Actually, there was a reason for this, I think. Huh, wait. Yeah, this print is gonna be really annoying now. Yeah, this is actually gonna be super annoying to print. We could just to-do this and handle it later, or we could do it properly. I want to do it properly, but I kind of want to make a mess. Okay. Yeah, this is annoying because I don't remember what I was thinking when I wrote this all. This is actually just slop. I might actually just comment this out and to do it for now. Alright, let's... that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get this, comment that up. We'll just do that. We'll just do that for now. We'll be lazy. NT. What we did here was make liveness not just an array. I did it again. Alright, this should break a lot of things in 2 seconds. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we need to re-encode some stuff here and there, but it shouldn't actually require a lot of changes. Yeah, so we have like these 2 changes and then one more somewhere else here. What is L again? Oh, did I? Wait, what? I'm going insane. Okay, we'll fix this in a second. Okay. So we want L is liveness. Does that work? we can just start with that. What's wrong here? Const liveness. Oh, bruh. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna need to const some things, I guess. Okay, that's fine. We could just make this const, to be honest. Right? That should not cause problems. Okay, so obviously it has problems. We'll just do that. Okay, let's just do this by hand. I don't even care anymore. Let's do that. Yippee. Let's do that. Liveness. Const liveness, or const vector register set. No macrovim, yeah. I'm getting reacclimated. Give me a break. Spill. Okay, this is where we were looking. What's wrong with this? Oh, const auto. Is that what I need to do? Oh, I'll do this in a second. I need to head to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Click the button. Okay. Okay, there's some slot pile here. Okay, I'm back. All right, what was wrong here? There was something wrong. Oh, right. Wait, no, we can't const that. I think we should do that. Right? Wait. Okay, what is wrong here? Can I do that? Let's type const liveness. Function is not marked const? What do you mean? Hello? Am I just going insane? Like, I think this is fine. That's fine, this is fine. Do I need to like ref this? No. Maybe I'm just like washed. Oh boy. Okay, what is wrong with this? Oh, the function needs to be const? Like, const like that? Wait, what? Wait. Const function. We're already learning new things. Oh, that's how it is. So const like that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Did you know that was a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Now I know that was a thing. Oh my god, that's ugly though. Okay, we're gonna need to like, I think that'll be the big thing I want to do. Just to like walk through the code base again, I think I'll probably try to add const to a lot of things. As much stuff as I can. And then I think that'll also get me thinking more about how this works. I imagine we'll also unlock a bunch of optimizations. Commit. Notif. Oh, let's slop. So let's say const vector register set const. I guess, I don't know. Let's fix the typo. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's good. That's fixed now. Kill L get. Do that. We could yoink that again. And then what else do we need to fix? And then we don't need kill here, we just need gen. So that's good. Okay. Make build. So that's one thing. Next thing that breaks should probably be, yeah, okay, interference. Let's yoink this again. Let's go to interference. Shout out the function called getOut. That's not what I want to do. Whoops. So that works. Let's rebuild. Probably one or two more things that break. Let's go Ahmed. Do you stream on Twitch too or just YouTube? I'm mostly focused on streaming on YouTube for now. I don't think Twitch is particularly kind towards its streamers in the current moment, so I think this is probably the more sustainable choice in general. So that's kind of why I've been doing it. Oh, actually, wait, we could. Can we ref this? And then ref that. Wow, that's ugly. Maybe I'm just going overboard with this, I don't know. I think it's pretty funny though, so I'm gonna go for it. Is that the only one? No, there's one more. Yeah, so we wanna do that. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't been consting things for a while. I think, at least in my head, it felt like it was unreadable, but I'm starting to remember why people actually do it, which is so the code doesn't suck. But it's like wizardry. Okay, let's go to legalize now. So we change that to L get gen. Go on L get kill. Okay. We can const that again. Liveness get in. Is that correct? Yeah, that is correct. We can do that. Oh, that's so messy. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, make build. Let's try that again. Regelock, of course. Oh, we don't have a default constructor? Oh. Can we just do this? Is this a thing? Oh, I guess that works. Sure. Okay, make test. This will take a second, because many-reg is very slow. Yeah, so I've talked a lot about how I've been doing at least. How have y'all been doing? Anyone... I've heard from some of y'all, but if anyone has anything that's been like particularly interesting, I'm a little curious, so I'd be happy to hear about it. Okay, everything works. It looks like. Use new new liveness. Let's push. Okay. That's one more slot pile done. I'm really running out of things that I want to do in this sitting. I think that's probably good enough, to be honest. Going through crafting interpreters, bytecode VM, and Rust? Ooh. That sounds quite fun, actually. Then going through Thorsten Boss books? Nice. I don't know. What else do I want to do? Actually, I really don't know what I want to do, to be honest. I could do elite code, I guess. I don't know. Has the elite code... If the daily is like something I can slap out very quickly, I'll probably give it a try. Let me log in. Okay. Let's see what the daily is. I'm kind of curious. This looks very annoying, actually. Ugh. That's really annoying. Any of the two strings any number of times. Choose any two indices. And swap. Okay. Oh, this doesn't look that bad. You can just do this linearly, right? Right, this is just linear time. This is definitely like really quick in Python, I think. Yeah, okay. This doesn't seem that bad. I don't know what language let's do Python. Let's do it in Python. I guess like, what was I gonna do here? Man, I'm blanking on how to write Python. This is really funny. Let's do it in C++. Let's just write some slop. So if I is less than, or I mod, or let's bit mask that. Let's make, I don't know, we could probably just make like 4 hash maps and call it a day. I don't know how slow it will be. This feels very slow, at least. I don't want to, let's just use arrays. Let's just do like int 26. I don't, how do I do this again? S1, we'll just do odd 26. We'll do that. Odd even. String 2 odd, string 2 even. We could just wait. We could do 2 arrays instead. Okay, new idea. 26 times 2 is 52. Mental math. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. This is particularly gross. Let's just first if S1 size not equals S2 size. False. Oh, never mind. They're the same length. Let's do that. So we can do let's just make this really messy. Then it's 26, otherwise it's 0. I guess we do index? I don't know. We'll call it index. So we want so S1 buff at index plus let's call it base. This is so stupid. Why am I doing it like this? Let's do S1 at I minus character A. And then we can do S2. I feel like there's a better way to do it than this. This is so stupid. We'll just do that. Return true. This is so stupid. This is such an ugly solution. Okay, this is a slow solution. That makes sense. Because what am I doing here? What if we did... This is so stupid. Oh, that's way faster somehow. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Let's see what the fast solution does. Okay, this feels just as bad. Oh wait, no, this is smart. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. I should have done it like this, but it's all good. Okay, that's enough slop for one stream, I think. Yeah, thank you all so much for showing up today. It really does feel great to be back. I like this 5:30 time. I think it should be fine. I might move it around depending on like what time I end up going to the gym every day, so we will have to see. But this time at least feels great to me, so I will try to stick with this time. Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you like the stream, sub to the channel. It feels weird saying those words again. While you're down there, make sure you check out the description. My Discord link is there. That's the best place to get pinged when I go live and stay connected with the rest of the community. Even in my absence, it has been pretty active. There's been a lot of interesting discussions there, so I would encourage you to join if you have not. It also has stream notifs that are optional, so if you want to not rely on YouTube's notif system, that's a great place to do so. And you can also submit tests for my compiler, which is another fun way to get, I guess, featured in my work. Yeah, aside from that, my LinkedIn's down there, my GitHub is down there. Feel free to add me on those to stay up to date with what I'm doing, and my GitHub sponsors is there, so feel free to support me financially if you wish to do so. Will we see you tomorrow? Yes. I should be streaming tomorrow. Should be streaming every day except for this upcoming Saturday. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my evening and just like get my stuff ready for classes to start back up again. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.